Yes guys, it's Tom here. Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And now today is another match analysis. This is the third video this week already. We're going to be 4 this week because we were behind schedule because I had mocks last week, so I couldn't upload as much as usual. But today we're going through the Langton Green versus Tonbridge Angels game. And it's a very close rivalry, and it was very tense and tight game. But when I did get on the pitch, we didn't start very well, so we were already 3-0 down. So you'll have to just think about that whilst you see the clips. We're 3-0 down at this point. Alright, so here's my first involvement in the game. The ball's come down the left. Our man's just got in front of me, but luckily I've retrieved the ball. Try play a pass out, get tackled, and it goes up for throw-in. Now here, when this man's looking over his shoulder, I overcommit here by stopping. I want to get in front of him to make sure that he can't get towards the goal, but he ends up turning me very well, and luckily the centre back is there to recover. I play this ball out, but here I also want to play it to our right back who's making the run. I take another touch and it's too big and they get tackling and we only get throw-in from it. Okay, so from that throw-in I just go down the line. I'm looking to flick it on here, to be honest, and I do flick it on, but their centre back just heads it away. On the far side here now, Jack has the ball. I'm in the middle there, number 19 if you can see. At this point I want to be scanning my shoulders. I don't, but luckily there was no one behind me. But at that point I should be scanning. I play it forward into Alf, who then plays it forward to James. It gets cut out, comes back to Alf, who plays it wide to Bert. Bert tries to play a ball and it gets blocked and we get a throw-in. Okay, here I'm sprinting back to get in front of this midfielder. I do get in front, but me and Jack collide. But luckily Jack comes out with the ball and we're looking to start an attack here with Alf. He plays it into Pat. Pat comes out over to Elliot, who leaves it for Max. It just gets intercepted, but Pat gets it back. Pat plays it wide to Max, who does a great fake shot. He puts it forward to Elliot. Elliot puts in a cross. Alf's in the middle, but he just can't get his feet sorted out. Okay, here the ball's played into me in the midfield. Somehow I nutmeg the defender. We get it, but just lose out. But luckily, it gets pulled back for the free kick. On the far side now, I receive the ball. I play it forward to James, knowing he's got the pace to get there. Luckily, he just keeps it in. He loses out but momentarily, but then wins the ball back well. And we do manage to get the ball with Simba in the corner. Simba plays it back out to Bert, who puts a ball in. And it's a header with Pat, and he's been hurt there seriously. He had to go to hospital. Here Brody's got a free kick which he whips in, doesn't beat the first line of defence, stay clear. I just head it back into the danger zone. James gets it down, he turns, gets a shot off, but it's blocked. Once again the ball's gone down the far side. I win the ball after it's cleared, but luckily it bounced back to me from their player, and I'm taking it down the line using my body in the way. I cut back, do a nice turn back onto my left foot, and I whip it in for a cross. It's just over Alf's head. Brody gets a shot off, but it's a great save from the goalie.
Niggas must have forgot their alphabet.
Here the ball bounces out to me, poor touch, and we lose the ball. And now what I really want to do is at this point I need to sort my body positioning out because it hit my hip. And I want to bring it down with my stomach there to cushion it. Just want to congratulate Alf on this goal because what a rocket that is. You don't get much more top corner than that. He's just absolutely smashed it from miles out. It's gone so far top corner. That takes the game to 3-1 and there's slight hope of a comeback. Alright, so they're holding up the ball here with Jack on the man and I can see a back heel coming. So I just position myself so I can get it, play it forward to Max and we start an attack. Ball's on the near side this time. Their player plays it into the middle, goes to no one, comes to me on my left foot. I just play it up to James. It's a bit uncomfortable for him to control, but he does well. But their centre back just hoofs it up and it goes over the fence. Right, the ball's bouncing around in the middle. Max thighs it up to me. I do well to shield it, try and take it around the man, but he pokes it out. To be honest, I wasn't that happy with that because at this point I need to be taking the touch away from the defender because I made it way too easy for him to poke it out. Okay, so the ball comes out to me, it hits me straight in the throat and that one really hurt. but obviously I'm playing on here. I do a very poor turn there, grab hold of the man, but luckily get back in front to block. So as you can see, when I stop here, I really want to shift it back to the way I was going, because I've made the defender stop and the change of direction will put him off balance, but instead I try going backwards and it put me off balance and I end up losing the ball. Okay, so here we are, we're mucking the ball around somewhere, it's not doing very well. Brody flicks it forward, they get a touch, and Elliot's through on goal and he puts it under the goalie, and that makes it 3-2, so the comeback really is on now. And just after that goal we find ourselves with the corner. The corner is whipped in and Bertie gets his head on it. Jack's at the far post to flick it in and that makes it 3-3. So from 3-0 down, what a comeback that was. Just before this as well, Elliot has won a penalty, so this could make it 4-3 to us. Simba steps up, but the goalie makes a great save and second save as well. As you can see, we're knocking on their door though, because we've got another free kick and Brody sneaks it in just on the inside of the post, and what a free kick that was to make it 4-3 to us. So after going 1 up, here we are trying to win the ball back here again, and somehow this is given as a foul, and I was fuming at this because as you can see I clearly win the ball with my head right there, and the referee gave a free kick. But here we are shortly later after that free kick, and here's a lapse in judgment on my part. I try to go through him somehow, obviously that's a free kick, but he gives me a push, I'm just like, what are you doing mate, and walk off, but the ref calls us in anyway. Okay, the ball's in the air coming down on the left side for me. I stop running a little bit but just get a thigh on it. It goes out for a goal kick, but I kind of wish at this point I hadn't stopped running because I think I could have kept that in and maybe created something. Ball's come out to Bertie on the left hand side, he plays it down the line, but I just can't quite get there. I'm 50-50 with this guy, but I do manage to win a corner. But as you can see, I probably could have got there if I'd started a little higher. Before Bertie passes this ball, I want to be a bit closer to that defender so that I can get there before him and maybe create a better goal scoring opportunity. Okay, so Owen plays it down the line here. I do well to bring it down here first time, but I play it back into their man. I was trying to play Bertie on the overlap, it wasn't quite working, but for some reason they've decided to give a drop ball uncontested to their team for no reason, even though we had the ball. Throwing on our near side, thrown down the line to me, it gets caught under my feet, but I try and nick it back there, it comes to them and they play out. Okay, so second throwing down the line, I try to flick it on, but it hits the guy in the chest. Comes out to Bert, who loses out. They have the ball here, we're putting pressure on, Max tries playing it to me, I'm putting pressure on this guy who just manages to keep it in. Number 10 has it here and I nick it out to Alf and we can start an attack. But the ball gets played over the top too far. Okay, so the ball's bouncing in the middle, I head it over to Elliot, who flicks onto Simba, but we just lose possession of the ball. I'd like to just say at this point that Angels did score to make it 4-4, so at this point the game's tied. I don't have the footage, I'm sorry for that, but there's nothing I can do. But here is the last chance of the game I get. Plays through to me, one-on-one with the goalie. I chip it, but it hits him in the face, and then Bert gets the rebound sliced. And I'm so close to getting him. I do him with the chip, but it just hits him in the face, and it's so close to winning the game. So after that, the full-time whistle did blow, and the game finished 4-4. And what a game it was indeed. It was a very, very, very tight game. Lots of chances either way, but no one could quite take the win. I think we deserved it, but we just started off very, very slowly. However, I think I had a decent game. It wasn't my best. There were things I did well, but obviously there were a few things, as I've showed you today, that I can improve on. I am trying to get something that I can use to highlight me, and I'm sorry that it's so hard to see, but I'm trying to figure out how I can do this on my software. But as always, thank you for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy. Like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.